Greetings, Wildcat fans. I'm Marvin James, and this is the Fort Valley State University Coaches Show featuring head coach Don Pittman. Coach, not the outcome we expected this weekend or wanted in Tuskegee, but definitely a great battle with the Tigers out there.
Yes, Marvin, it was a great game. First of all, I'd like to give the team, the student athletes, a big hand because they overcame a number of challenges. Number one, we most definitely not playing on the same level field as Tuskegee. Tuskegee has 36 scholarships. We have 20. They have 8 full-time coaches. We have 3, including myself. And they have 2 trainers, and we only have 1 trainer. So they have a number of things to their advantage. And also they have scholarships in the summer. Their whole team is there for the summer, so they are stronger than we are. All our team can't be here this summer because of financial needs, and some of them can't be here because of that. But we played a great game. We went in halftime 14-7. We came out, and game changer was the kickoff return. And we had 2 starters that wasn't on that kickoff return. Burks, he had dislocated his elbow, and Katoris Jackson was at home to a funeral. So we had 2 starters not on there, and it just happened to be the side that they returned it on. And then before our defense could even get on the field, we threw a pick 6, and we was down by 14 points. A team like Tuskegee, that's just too big of a cushion to give up.
Okay. And outside of all those things that were a little different as far as the lopsidedness on the field, it was pretty balanced. I mean, the offense, we had 249 yards total, both rushing for under 100, not exactly where we want to be with that, with 89, and passing for 160. Talk about the offensive performance from the Cats on Saturday.
Well, you know, I thought we played a good game. I wish we could have been able to run the ball more effectively, but we weren't able to do that. But it's the turnovers. We had 3 turnovers in pass interceptions that really hurt us. I thought the quarterbacks could have been more patient and really used their athletic ability to flush out the pocket and make some positive yards, but they didn't do that. And the last play of the game was the interception, and he threw it short, and I told him, well, we should have gone to the best athlete on the team. Let's go for the Hail Mary, throw it up and let him be an athlete and make the play. But we threw it short and threw an interception. My hat goes off to Tuskegee because they played tight and they played the first downs. They wouldn't let their linebackers drop any deeper. They stayed right there, and they was waiting for us to come, and they either made a big hit or they intercepted a pass.
And ultimately, like, anytime you look at the stat sheet at the end of the ball game, if you have 6 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and 3 fumbles, you expect to win the ball game. But like you said, it didn't happen. Obviously, when you give up a pick 6, it kind of negates some of that. But the defense, you know, the Blue Def defense played really well on Saturday. LaRon Furr leading with 13 tackles, 6 solos, and Stephon Harper had 10 tackles as well with 5 solos.
You know, we was concerned about their offense. We thought they had a very potent offense. They had a quarterback that was a good athlete, and also he could throw passes. And we was very concerned with him throwing the out route. But the defense, they came up and they played a very big game. You know, and they played well and to contain them. We had a chance to beat these guys, but we let them get away. You know, they played tough and we played tough.
Okay. Now, Coach, this was a measuring stick game, if you will. We talked about that last week, about how you were going to be able to gauge your team going forward. Opening the season, the loss to Delta State, you rebounded and you won 3 straight. Now you come at almost in the halfway point of the season. Where does your team stand right now in your eyes?
Well, you know, we're still motivated and we're still embracing the vision of winning conference championship. We see it and we know we can take the East Division, but we're going to have to take one game at a time. Kentucky State, we have them next week, and they do have a very good team. I guess I'll be talking about Kentucky State later, but they are a good team and we have to focus on them.
Okay, like you said, all goals are still intact.
Yes, without a doubt.
You just lost that one game, but how has practice been? How was did you get the reaction from the guys in the locker room after the game and later on this week in practice as far as responding through adversity with that loss?
We talked about it directly after the game. I thought that we could have done a better job in preparing for this game. We didn't have our very best practice during the week. And a game like this, or any game, you win the game on Tuesday and Wednesday, and you don't have those good days, then more than likely you won't win the game, especially against a good team. So we started off Sunday with some good running and going to treatment, and today we had a good practice, and we will continue for the rest of this week. We especially focus in on the kickoff team. We want some committed cats there. We want some guys who won't sell out and make some plays. And we just drafted some of them and put them out there. And so we're going to have a very good kickoff return, kickoff return team. Those areas we have to really improve on.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, special teams is definitely indeed special. It's one of those things, I guess, it's almost like the free throw in basketball. It's one of the lost arts where a lot of the guys think they can make better names for themselves on offense and defense. But how important is that to have a strong special team play?
Well, special team is just as important as offense and defense. And the games we lost, special teams had a lot to do with it. Games we won, they had a lot to do with it. I think we're very fortunate to have a specialist like Juan Sunner. He's a really good kicker, and he can place the ball where we want him to place. We just need to get people down there and make tackles. We can't give up the field position, and we need to have Kentucky State have a long field to travel. We don't need to shorten the field at all.
Okay, and we're returning back home. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the break, but we're returning back home this week. What do you need to see from your guys coming up this week?
We need to continue to improve on defense. I'm quite sure we will. We will have an addition of Bernard Little. Be back for the Kentucky State game.
That's big.
He would bring he'll bring back some excitement, and also these young guys, they got some good playing experience. So with him in the rotation, I think it'd be pretty potent. So we're looking forward to that also. We're also going to try some guys who we think are very good pass rushers. We're going to get them out there in situations like 3rd and long and let them go and get the quarterback. And Justin Ray, we think he can go out and be a really good rusher for us.
All right, and thanks, Coach. That's the summary of Tuskegee last week. We're moving on. Stay with us.
What is Fort Valley State University? It's more than students, more than faculty. It's more than brick and mortar buildings or a sports team or a mascot. Fort Valley State University is belief in a dream and the promise of education and the ability to overcome adversity. Fort Valley State is believing in your own potential and knowing that your contributions on this earth make a difference. Fort Valley is opening your mind to new possibilities and embracing a world of change without fear. What is Fort Valley State University? It's not living in the past or being content with the present. It's all of us working together to be better tomorrow than we are today. We are strong. We are proud. We are determined. We are Fort Valley State University.
Redshirt senior from McDonough, Eagles Landing. Talk to us a little bit about your play last week. You had 6 tackles, 5 solos, and 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception, and 1 pass breakup. Quite the busy day against Tuskegee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My defensive back coaches have put me in a position to where I'll be able to make plays on the field. And I feel it's my duty to make plays. So I just come out and with the interception, they've been telling us that they were going to get in that set all week, telling us what we were going to check to, and they came out the first drive and did it.
Okay.
It was lovely.
Every week you guys seem to continue to get better and better as a defense. A lot of times they say that offenses take a little longer to gel. How has the defense been gelling since week 1?
through our senior captain, Stephon Harper, I mean, he's really been pulling the defense together, not only as teammates, but as a family. Like, he'll stop us at the practice every day. He'll come up to us whenever he sees us on campus or anything like that. Anything just to get the family vibe around. And from what I've heard about the past and how it is now, we're much closer as a defense this year than we were in the past. So it's definitely been helping out. That's been showing on the field.
Okay. Now, you just transferred from the University of Massachusetts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk about that transition to an HBCU and how that experience has been for you, being a part of this SIAC conference.
Well, coming down from UMass, it was definitely different. I mean,
The weather.
Yeah, definitely weather. I mean, I think up there it's probably like 40 degrees right now. So, but coming to an HBCU is much more family oriented. I feel like everybody's so closer. Like, I can walk around campus and people will notice that I'm on the football team and have like stuff to say. I'm like positive about it, and feels like everything is just a good positive energy, and definitely love it about being here at Fort Valley State. Okay.
Well, last week you guys are coming off of 6 turnovers as defense. You got to be proud of that. How are you going to use that to transfer over to this week as you face Kentucky State?
Well, going into every week, Coach always preaches if we have 3 turnovers, then we have a chance of winning the game. We have a chart set up with our goals, and every week there's always get a turnover, set up a score. And this week we got a lot of turnovers, and I want to say we set up 2 scores and actually scored 1 ourselves. Okay. So turnovers, they definitely give the team confidence. They definitely let the guys know that we can make plays. Even if you're a freshman, you're a sophomore, junior, senior, no matter what year you are, you can make plays. So, and all these turnovers that we've been getting have definitely been helping our confidence and also sending a message around the league. So.
Okay, great. Well, we hope that momentum moves on to Saturday as they take on the Kentucky State Thoroughbred at New Wildcat Stadium. We'll be back.
Being a Wildcat takes courage. Fear is not an option on the field. Being a Wildcat takes belief. Doubt has no room under a helmet. Being a Wildcat takes dedication. The goal is to bring home a championship to our FVSU family. It's been a long time coming, but the time is here. The team is focused, excited, and ready to get this season started to show just how good we are. Season tickets are on sale now at wildcatticketoffice.com.
Welcome back, Wildcats. I'm sitting here with Andrew Campbell, a defensive back from Seattle, Washington. And we have a little correlation with Seattle, Washington. Ricardo Lockett is out there with the Seahawks. Did you follow the Seahawks growing up? Yeah. Is that one of your teams that you kind of?
Yeah, diehard Hawks fan.
Okay, good. Well, hopefully we can get some of that Lockett luck and that Seattle luck. They're playing really well this season. Talk to us a little bit about your influence on the defensive side of ball. How have things been going this season so far?
Defense is doing pretty well. We playing together as a team, and it seems like every game we face adversity, whether it's from being down at half or being up. We always find a way to play together. And you would think, as this being my 3rd team, I would become a leader, but there's already leaders on the team that lead us in the right direction.
Okay. Last week you're coming off of 2 tackles and a pass breakup. You guys had a great defensive showing in Tuskegee, causing 6 turnovers. Talk about the momentum that you hope to bring from last week onto this week for another big conference matchup.
We're going to bring it. Defense, we bring it every game. We fly to the ball. We play fast. We play physical. We're going to keep playing together and hopefully win.
Okay. Now, how excited are you guys? I mean, obviously, last week wasn't the result that you wanted, but your goals are still intact. If you guys, run the table, you have a chance to compete for the championship in mid-November. How are you guys in the locker room as far as your confidence still remaining the same?
The locker room's fine. We really think in our hearts we can win. We really think we was the better team.
Okay.
We still think we are the better team, even with the loss, and we think we're going to win. We're going to win conference.
Okay. Now, Coach talked about they have a big bruising back from Kentucky State. What have you seen on film from this guy?
He's big. He can run, but we can run too.
Okay. And how I guess you get a chance to see a lot of that. You guys have a stable of running backs yourself that you guys get to see during team, I'm sure, in scrimmages during practice. How are those guys preparing you for Saturday?
They prepare us well. Defense, scout, offense, they come at us hard. They compete every day just like we do. We prepare as they prepare.
Okay. All right. Well, Saturday at 2 o'clock at New Wildcat Stadium, the Kentucky State Thoroughbred are coming to town, and Andrew Campbell is going to be there ready to lace it up and go after him, right?
I'll be ready.
All right. That's it. Stay with us.
What is Fort Valley State University? It's more than students, more than faculty. It's more than brick and mortar buildings or a sports team or a mascot. Fort Valley State University is belief in a dream and the promise of education and the ability to overcome adversity. Fort Valley State is believing in your own potential and knowing that your contributions on this earth make a difference. Fort Valley is opening your mind to new possibilities and embracing a world of change without fear. What is Fort Valley State University? It's not living in the past or being content with the present. It's all of us working together to be better tomorrow than we are today. We are strong. We are proud. We are determined. We are Fort Valley State University.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. I'm Marvin James, and we are here with Roger Fleming, the head athletic trainer here at Fort Valley State. Sir, you are probably one of the most important people here that people don't really know your name necessarily, but talk about what you have to do every day to keep things going.
Well, every day is a new day.
Mm-hmm.
It's repetitive, but as the guys can attest, we have our early morning practices, so we're there at 5:15 in the morning, ready to tape them up, take care of any unknown overnight injuries that pop up. We're getting them ready for having to get ready for the water, to field setup. A lot of the guys, teaching them how to stretch.
Right.
Because I'm only one person, so I can't stretch the entire squad.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm better suited to teach them how to stretch. And during the course of the day, after practice, I go straight to the training room. We start treatment, therapy, making doctor's appointments, doctor referrals,
Okay.
Taking care of insurance information.
So you're getting all those things that are extremely important.
Absolutely. From the team perspective to the entire athletic department
Right.
perspective. Like I said, I don't just deal with the football. I'm in charge of all the sports
Right.
for the medical coverage. So we're working on trying to input preventative measures so these student athletes won't miss time. And if they do miss time, we're trying to minimize it.
Right. Right. One of the things, and we don't really have a whole lot of time to get into it, but the different topics you have to deal with, the heat, obviously, and the new concussion deals with that. How important is it for you to communicate to your student athletes the difference between playing hurt and being injured, and so that way they can get the maximum time that they need to get back onto the playing competition?
Oh, it's extremely important. And I have to go to, one player A may pick it up instantly, and player B I may have to go to extensive, pull out research and such to help them learn there's a difference between playing hurt and playing injured.
Okay.
And what we have to go through to get them back on the field as safely and as quickly as possible.
Okay. Well, we're glad to have Roger Fleming here on the campus of Fort Valley State. We hope we don't have to see you too much out there on the field because we know what that means, but we're glad to have you.
If you don't see me, then everything's going good.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Good to have you. Well, we'll be back with more.
I love my FVSU because it makes me feel at home. It's the only school that gave me a chance.
I love it because of the diversity in the students.
I love my FVSU because they recognize my skills on the football field. I am FVSU.
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 FVSU.
His father, Vernon Dean, and defensive line coach Frank Turner. All three of those guys were part of the staff, and they rubbed me the wrong way. We went up to Kentucky State and they beat us, you know, and talked about us. So we looking forward to return the favor. I usually don't talk any tough stories. I'm talking tough today. Yeah, we gonna beat them, and we're gonna beat them soundly.
All right, a little personal right there. I like that.
It's very personal, because if we lose this game, we're gonna be in trouble.
Okay.
So we need to stay in the race for conference, and this game's a very big game, and I feel confident that it's gonna be a hard-fought game. But I think our guys are up for the fight, and we need to be ready for a tough one, because they're a good team, they'll be a well-coached team, and they know all our secrets, and they're gonna be coming at us with all barrels loaded. So we're gonna have to be able to match their energy and overcome everything they send towards us.
All right. Now, this is the 28th matchup. Fort Valley leads the series 19-8. Last year, we lost 17-11. Kentucky State is coming off a win over Central State, 31-24. Talk about the matchups with this game offensively. What can we expect out of Thoroughbred?
You know, they have a very good defense. As a matter of fact, they have the same defense that we run. We can run the same scheme. They run an 8-man front, and they mix it up with man coverage and cover 2 and cover 3, and they do a very good job. Last year, they got us with the blitz, and I'm quite sure you're going to bring a lot of blitz this year. Offensively, they want to run the ball. They have a very big back, and they're going to run inside zone, outside zone at us. And they're going to have 2 tight ends and try to smash us, really, and come along with some bootleg and play action. So that's what they do, and it's going to be a really good match.
Is it an opportunity for Otis to exploit them in some kind of way, or with Edie doing some things at the quarterback position?
Well, with those guys, they always can open up and make big plays. Matter of fact, I'm saying the same thing Buddy Ryan used to say back in the day when he had Randall Cunningham.
Okay.
He would tell Randall, I want you to make 3 big plays. And that's the way it is with Otis. You know, he's going to want to make big plays anyway.
Right.
So I'm just going to tell him, make 3, but don't try to give the game away making big plays. He has that in him. And he can make big plays, and we want at least 3 from him a game.
Okay. All right. Defensively, what can we expect? It looks like they average 100 and just under 200 yards a game. Looks like they pass the ball quite a good bit, 160 yards a clip. What can we expect to see defensively from the Blue Def defense?
Well, their strength is their run game,
Okay.
and especially with having that big back, we're going to have to be able to contend with him. And then they will sneak an unbalanced line in there with 4 offensive line to one side, and we have to be aware of that when they do that and be able to match up and get after them, you know. But if we can contain the rush game, we'll be okay. They didn't get a run game until this past game, and they improved significantly. So we're going to have to slow them down. Their offense has been their weak spot. They played really good defense, but we're going to have to contain their offense, and hopefully our offense can score some points. We get ahead, and we can make them have to pass the ball, and we can put some heat on them.
Okay, and then we're returning back home to new Wildcat Stadium. How excited are you guys to continue that tradition of the Wildcat Walk and to really get things, need the crowd support behind you as you go on to this conference game again?
Well, you know, the Wildcat Walk improved significantly. Last time we walked, we went from 2 people to about 80 people. So it's improving every week. Matter of fact, LaRon Furr is a communication major, and he's going to have like a Today Show, you know, like they have on ESPN.
Okay, yeah, the college game day.
We hope to grow into that, where he can have these people here who work with him as students be a part of it, and he get that going. I think that'd be a great idea.
Okay. And what is this a day game? What time is the kickoff on Saturday?
It's at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Yes.
You're not a fan of those early games?
It's okay now. It's down quite a bit. We was looking forward to Tuskegee being hot. We went there, 70 degrees.
Yes, sir.
Where's the heat? We trained for this. But it's a nice day. Maybe the fans can get out there and enjoy the weather and the game. And so it's okay. It'll be good for us.
Okay. All right, Coach. Well, like the hay is in the barn, we have another day of practice before we get ready and prepare for Kentucky State. But it should be a great matchup at New Wildcat Stadium this Saturday at 2 o'clock. And it should be great weather per Coach. Thanks for watching the show. We hope to see you soon on the sidelines. Have a great week.